I have a feeling this may be happening a little bit more often. What happens when you become homeless and the place that you go to because you're homeless, the place that you depended on that was providing meals and shelter and a place where you can take a bath closes? Well, we're going to get right into today's video.
Local Salvation Army shelter closed its doors without warning. We're told the Fayetteville shelter closed because of a lack of funding, and that shelter has been operating at a deficit for months. WRO's Monica Casey is live on Alexander Street after looking into what happened. Monica, some of these people have nowhere else to go.
That's right. People who stayed here last night tell me they were told to leave early this morning and not come back. A sign on the door here says the shelter is closed until further notice.
You coming home? I'm gonna find somewhere for us to go.
Mirage Amanique Blessing was born in mid-February and had to stay in the hospital for weeks. When his mother, Angel Murray, returned home after her C-section, she found her house broken into and destroyed.
I went to the Salvation Army for help, and they got me a bed.
While her son stays with family, Murray has been rebuilding, staying at the Salvation Army and recently getting a job at Wendy's. But that fresh start hit a roadblock this morning, and Murray is running out of hope.
We got woke up to the man saying, everyone has to be out by 9 o'clock, and you must take all of your belongings with you because we're closing down, and we're closing down permanently.
Salvation Army Major Aaron Goldfarb says they have no funding partners and they cannot continue to offer shelter without funding. Writing, quote, "This difficult decision weighs heavily on all of us as we understand the vital role this shelter plays in our community." According to their 2023 annual report, the Salvation Army of the Sandhills provided 17,950 nights of shelter. That report says their revenue comes from government and other agencies, special events, their thrift store, and donations. Cumberland County Commission Chair Kirk Deviere tells me they are deeply concerned about the closure, saying, quote, "This shelter has been a vital resource for our most vulnerable residents, and its closure creates a gap in our community's safety net." Now Murray feels like she's falling through the cracks, homeless from the homeless shelter.
I don't know nowhere to go. And the only place I did know to go, I'm kicked out from there, and the rest of the people are too.
Now, the Salvation Army tells me they are still serving food here each evening. They also say they have found housing for the families who were here, but there were 26 single men and women, including Murray. The nonprofit says they are still working to help people like her.
I can imagine just feeling hopeless if this was something that happened just because you don't expect it, right? You're already struggling, you reach out to a place like that, they're able to bring you in and they suddenly close. They tell you basically pack up all your belongings and don't return. So the Salvation Army receives government funding, they receive private donations, they have a thrift store that also you can shop at and things like that. They all support, you know, the homeless community that they have there. But what happens when they just close? I have a feeling that this will be happening a lot more. I also think a lot of people will be turning to homeless shelters just because the state of like the United States right now. A lot of people won't be able to continue to pay their rent and their mortgage, and they're going to be left out in the cold, in the heat, in the dark, and they're going to have to turn to these places. People are truly just having a hard time right now. Please make sure to leave a comment down below. I do respond to comments. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer because I'm truly like busy, and I have a very needy little one, like very, very needy. So I can't always get to the comments. Sometimes I just have to wait until like he gets in bed and I get settled, and sometimes I'm not able to like respond back as quickly as I want to or that I used to, but I do see your comments. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. You guys take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video.